Hey guys, I'm Rainbow Ninja and welcome to Katawa Shouju. As I said, it's a new series I'm starting, and it's some kind of disability for girls. And I'm not sure, but okay, we'll just start. We'll see how it goes. A light breeze causes the naked branches overhead to rattle like wooden ring chimes. This is a popular retreat for couples in the summer. These trees provide a beautiful green canopy far outside of teachers and fellow students. But now, in late winter, it feels like I'm standing under a pile of kindling. Excuse me. I breathe into my cupped hands and rub them together furiously to prevent them from numbing in this cold. Just how long am I expecting to wait out here anyway? I'm sure the note says 4 p.m. sorry. Ah, yes, the note slipped between the pages of my math book while I wasn't looking. As far as cliches go, I'm more a fan of the letter and the locker, but at least this way shows a bit of initiative. As I ponder the meaning of the note, the snowfall gradually thickens. The snowflakes suddenly falling from the white painted sky are the only sign of time passing in this stagnant world. Their slow descent upon the frozen forest make it seem like time has slowed to a crawl. The rustling of dry snow underfoot startled me, interrupting the quiet mode. Someone's approaching me from behind. Slender! Hi, Hisao! You came! A hesitating, barely audible question. However, I could recognize the owner of that dainty voice instantly. I feel my heart skipped a bit. It's a voice I've listened to hundreds of times, but never as more than an eavesdropper to a conversation. I turn to face this voice, the voice of my dreams, and my heart begins to race. It's a guy, of course. Iwanako, I got a note telling me to wait here. It was yours? Damn it! I spent all afternoon trying to come up with a good line, and that was the result. Pathetic. Yes, I asked a friend to give you that note. I'm so glad you've got it. A shy, joyous smile that makes me so tense I couldn't move a single muscle, even if I tried. No, she likes this guy, or he likes the girl. My heart is pounding now, as if it was trying to burst out from my chest and claim this girl for itself. It's a guy then. That's cool. He likes her. So, here we are, out in the cold. And you're wearing... don't worry. Once again, the wind stirs up the branches. The cacophonous noise is music to my ears. Iwanako flinches ever so softly against the gust of wind. As it passes, she rights herself, as if supported by some new confidence. Her eyes look locked with mine, and she lazily twirls the long, dark hair around her finger. All the while, the anxious beating of my heart grows louder. He really likes her, huh? That's good. My throat is tight. I doubt I could even force a word out of it if I tried. You see, I wanted to know if you would go out with me. I stand there motionless save for my pounding heart. I want to say something in reply, but my vocal cords feel like they have been stretched beyond the breaking point. Hisao? I reach up to try to massage my throat, but this only sends spikes of blinding pain along my arms. Hisao! My whole body freezes, save for my eyes, which should open in terror. Wow, this person is a really... Hisao! The beating in my chest suddenly stops, and I go weak at the knees. The world around me, the canopy of bare branches, the dull winter sky, even echo running towards me, all these fade to black. The last things I remember before slipping away are the sounds of Iwanako's screaming for help and the insistent clatter of branches above. Right. What's happening? I'm in the hospital. That's great. Fall of Students presents Katawa Shouju. It's like saying soju in Korean. That sake. I had that before and it's really good. Inspiration stuff. Okay, I'm not gonna read that, but okay. It's been 4 months since my heart attack. I knew it. I was thinking of that, but never mind. I knew it was that kind of thing. In that whole time, I can probably count the times I've left this hospital room unsupervised on one hand. 4 months is a pretty long time when you're left alone with your thoughts. So, I have had plenty of time to come to terms with my situation. I don't know how you said it, but it's, yeah, okay. I think it's some kind of cancer, but I'm just guessing. Yes, it is a strange word, a foreign alien one that you don't want to be in the same room with. A rare condition, it causes the heart to act erratically and occasionally beat way too fast. It can be fatal. I realized that. Apparently, I have it for a long time. They said it was a miracle that I was able to go on so long without anything happening. Is that really a miracle? I guess it was supposed to make me feel better, more appreciative of my life. It really didn't do anything to cheer me up. My parents, I think, were hit harder by the news than I was. They practically had 2 hemorrhages apiece. I had already a full day by then to digest everything. To them, it was all fresh. They were even willing to sell our house in order to pay for a cure. Of course there isn't a cure. Because of the late discovery of this condition, I have had to stay at the hospital to recuperate from the treatments. When I was first admitted, it felt as I was missed. For about a week, my room in the ward was full of flowers, balloons, and cards. But the visitors soon dwindled, and all the get-well gifts began trickling down to nothing shortly after. I realized that the only reason I had gotten so many cards and flowers was because sending me their sympathy had been turned into a class project. Maybe some people were genuinely concerned, but I doubt it. Even in the beginning, I barely had visitors. By the end of the first month, only my parents came by on a regular basis. Even Echo was the last to stop visiting. After 6 weeks, I never saw her again. We never had that much to talk about when she visited anyway. We didn't touch the subject that was between us on that snowy day ever again. The hospital? It's not really a place I like to live in. The doctors and nurses feel so impersonal and faceless. I guess it's because they're in a hurry and they have a million other patients waiting for them, but they make me feel uncomfortable. For the first month or so, I asked the head cardiologist every time I saw him for a rough estimate of when I would be able to leave. He never answered anything in a straightforward way, but told me to wait and see if the treatment and the surgeries work. So I idly observed the scars that those surgeries left on my chest slowly changed its appearance over time, thinking of it as some kind of omen. I still asked the head cardiologist about leaving, but my expectations are low enough. Now that I'm not disappointed anymore when I don't get a reply, the way he shuffles around the answers shows that there is at least some hope. At some point I stopped watching TV. I don't know why, I just did. Maybe it was the wrong kind of for my situation. I started reading instead. There was a small library at the hospital. Although it was more like a storeroom for books, I began working my way through it, one small stack at a time. After consuming them, I would go back for more. I found that I liked reading, and I think I became a bit addicted. I started feeling naked without a book in my hands. But I loved the stories. That was what my life was like. The days became increasingly harder to distinguish from each other, differing only by the book I was reading and the weather outside. It felt like time blurred in some kind of gooey mess I was trapped inside, instead of moving within. A week could go by without me really noticing it. Sometimes I would pause in realization that I didn't know what day of the week it was. But other times, all the things that surrounded me would painfully crash into my consciousness through the barrier of non-chancellors I had set up for myself. This is pretty long, Jesus. The pages of my book would start to feel sharp and burning hot, and the heaviness in my chest would become so hard to bear that I had to put the book aside and just lay down for a while, looking at the ceiling as if I was going to cry. But that happened only rarely, and I couldn't even cry, and that sucks. Today the doctor comes in and gives me a smile. He seems excited, but not very. It's like he is trying to make an effort to be happy on my behalf. My parents are here. It's been a few days since I have last seen them. Both of them are even sort of dressed up. Is this supposed to be some kind of special occasion? It's not a party. Jeez. There is this ritual that a cardiologist has. He takes his time sorting his papers and then setting them aside as if to make a point of the pointlessness of what he just did. Then he occasionally sits down at the edge of the bed next to mine. He looks me in the eye for a moment. Hello, Hisa. How are you doing today? I don't answer him, but I smile a little back at him. Hey, babe. I believe that you can go home. Your heart is stronger now. And with some precautions, you should be fine. We have all your medications sorted out. I'll give your father the prescription. The doctor hands a sheet of paper to my dad, whose expression turns wooden as he reads it quickly. So many! Jeez! I take it from his hand and take a look myself, feeling numb. How am I supposed to react to this? Wow, okay. The absurdly long list of medications staring back at me from the paper seems insurmountable. They all blend together and seal letters. This is insane. Side effects, adverse effects, contraindications, and dosages. I forgot how you say that word. I listed line after line with cold precisions. I try to read them, but it's so falto. I can't understand any of it. Attempting to only makes me feel sicker. All this for the rest of my life? Every day? Well, I could have skipped that shit. Okay. I have to go, guys. Well, I could have skipped it, but it's gameplay, right? So, I don't know if you enjoyed this, but stop faithful line enjoyed, and tell me what you think about it. Alright, see ya.